Welcome to Huntsville, Texas, and Elliott T. Bowers Stadium, home to the Bearcats of Sam Houston State, who have built a rich winning legacy and one that they hope follows them to the upper reaches of college football. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bearcats will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to get to it. He's got it down the left. Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fair catch called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw, it's Torres. He's got his man. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Bearcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders every... Turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Stumbled to the ground.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score there.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Unloads it left. Complete downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Bearcats in the hurry-up. Handoff from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Torres. He makes the connection. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
That's the end of the first quarter. Kennesaw State 7, Sam Houston 0.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. Not a lot of room on the return. return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Caught near the sticks. It's Rousseau. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
This offense has a second down play. Trying play action. Now adjusting. He'll let one go down the right side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. And he motors into the end zone. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, let's recap that top 5 matchup that just went final moments ago. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. Although nothing compares to a top 5 duel, a revealing outcome with massive implications, men.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. To throw, it's Torres. Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On third down, going up top. He'll throw one to his right. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's loose. Touchdown, Bearcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended. So trying to burn this defensive back. What a snag by the defense. At the 40, there he goes. Looking for more room. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense.
15 more.
Line gets set, first down. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got it. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Scanning the field, it's Torres. Flushed out of the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one splits the uprights. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Dances away to buy time. He makes the catch. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. Buying some time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Caught in the backfield. It's Alexander. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
To the air, it's Torres. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the ball is intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. That is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down.
They'll be able to snap it once more before the end of the half. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Torres. He lets one fly deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion, and the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. On the move. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Forced out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He'll keep it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Alexander. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Kennesaw State 21, Sam Houston 10.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fair catch, called for and made. Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Steps away. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Bearcats want to crank the tempo. They'll throw it on first down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The give to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give to the back. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And the route is on. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Got his man quickly.
You know good and well the quarterback wanted to push the ball down the field, wanted to throw for the first down. Couldn't do it because the defense had taken it away. He did the right thing. Didn't turn it over. Dumped it off to his running back. His running back got some positive yards. But guess what? Now it's decision time. It's 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me.
Looking to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.